Hi, welcome back to the ICPBC. It's all about contact issues, and today I'm going to explain something that's actually a rider issue, but it has to do with bits, because a lot of times I see people that are riding with a bit and they have pressure wounds. And I know everyone always thinks like, oh, they're pulling too hard, but sometimes it's not even that they pull hard. They just ride in the wrong way. So they giving the horse too much support to lean on the bit. And you don't want that. There's a difference between letting the horse lean on the bit and letting the horse using the bit as a steering device, what it's meant for. So I'm going to turn around so you can see my posture, and I'm going to explain what happens a lot of times and what is preferable. So when I am in a rounder frame, or at least I'm not saying too round, but I'm just in a frame, a low frame. Okay, let's call it a low frame. So I'm in a low frame. You can see I'm dropping the head. I'm bringing my sternum in, and I will move like this. And this is quite comfortable. Why is it comfortable? Because the lower muscles of the neck are loose. There's no tension here, so that means my tongue is easy in my mouth. It will not be pulled up as much as when I would be doing this. So I'm walking, as a horse, and I'm really comfortable in a certain pace. If I'm going too fast, I will drop on the forehand, and I will, of course, not be as comfortable anymore, and I will start tripping. So there's always a part where you find the rhythm is good and the horse is relaxed. So that's our starting point. And now we want to get the head to that frame we want for a competition. So I'm here, walking like this. And what you see a lot of people do is they start with their horse. So they're sitting on their horse. They don't start in that relaxed frame. So they start in like the straight back, straight head frame. And they think, okay, my horse's head needs to be up because I'm on competition. And they do this. Well, you can actually see what happens. If you do this, my sternum, in my case, because I'm standing up, goes up. But for the horse, that means my sternum will go down, and I get pretty much of an extension in the back. And then I want my horse to bring its hind legs to be more collected. Well, you can see the more hollow I am, the less I can lift my leg. So if I want to use my hind legs correctly, I need to have the sternum up. So I need to have a little bit of a rounded frame. And I'm not just talking about the head and neck. I mean, the whole overall thing, you want to have at least the frame where the back is not in extension. So you want a straight back. So a lot of people do it like this, and then they have a lot in their hands because they have to support the horse for their balance, because this is not a normal way for them to move. They can lift their legs a lot more to extreme in extension, because you can see what my back is doing, or they can start lifting from the shoulders as well. But it's not like the neck muscles are nicely loose, and it will have consequences in the mouth. And one of the consequences is that they will pull a little bit towards the bit. And I say a little bit, but it can actually be a lot. So then the rider has its hands full. So what I always suggest, and I try to explain it really simple, is you start in a frame where it's pretty relaxed with a little longer rein. You start up speeding up a little, so you get more hind leg action. And what the horse will do with every faster you go, but you're not correcting him, you're doing nothing on the front, it will start bringing its head up. Why will he do that? Because if he will stay with his head down, he will start tripping, or he will completely land on the forehand. So the action that comes from the hind, he wants to balance this out, and he will do that automatically by bringing his front up, and bringing his head up, and then you can get a nicer way of the horse moving with the head in the position you like. So he came there himself, and then you have too long reins, you just shorten the reins, and I always say, look around you and look beautiful, and don't adjust too much. Then the weight on your reins is light. And the bit is not giving peak pressure in the mouth, so you will not have wounds so quickly. It's when you're doing this, you're carrying the horse, and you think like, okay, this is a nice frame because this is what we look like. Well, as you can see, I have extension. This is not where you want to go. You want to have the horse's back straight, and then carrying himself. So the sternum, you don't want the sternum down in your riding. And if this is so hard to follow, I will try to ask maybe Kim or another rider to demonstrate this, because it's a quite easy way to get your horse where you want while having him light in your hands.